Rise Against. Thank you so much for coming in to chat with me. Your 10th studio album, Ricochet, it's coming out August 15th. So what can the fans expect from that?
Yeah, our 10th album. I think we made a record that people aren't expecting, maybe. I think we made a record that instead of saying, oh, this is Rise Against, like, I think they'll say, wait, this is Rise Against, you know? And so I think that for a band that's been around as long as we've been around, like, to do that this far into our careers, I think it's a pretty cool thing.
So how does it differ from the others?
You'll have to wait and see.
It's a surprise.
Wow. You guys aren't going to give me the hot tea today. You're just like, you got to wait, pal.
We switched instruments.
Okay.
He's not telling me the truth.
No.
He's not going to.
I'm not going to. No, I'm not.
How has the response been from the first few singles?
Good.
Pretty good, yeah. Really good. It's been fun that we've been playing 2 songs live, Nod and I Want It All. It's been fun to kind of introduce that into our live show. It's been fun.
Absolutely.
They seem to be singing along now. It's been out long enough, so it's good.
And you guys are getting ready to co-headline with Papa Roach.
Yeah, actually, so we already did the first leg of it.
Okay.
With Papa Roach and also Under Oath, who are here today. They opened the whole thing, and we will resume the tour as a second leg in September.
Yeah, mid-September.
So a lot of East Coast kind of stuff.
So you've been touring for a long time. Like at this point, like what do we like about touring? What do we not like about touring?
I mean, I love coming back to like these cities. You know, It's been a long time since I've been in Toronto.
Yeah.
And so coming here and just kind of like taking the temperature and seeing what's changed and getting to the good restaurants and good coffee spots and like meeting up with old friends, you know, that kind of thing. That's what makes travel, I think, a lot of fun. I don't know, you guys?
Yeah, I think the same thing. I went to the Pride March last night with my buddy Damian Abrams from the band F'd Up.
Little plug.
Yeah. But just Toronto pals, and it's awesome to be able to kind of check up back in with everybody. These are family friends, So.
That's great. And I mean, you guys have been doing this for like over 25 years. So much has changed in that time. So, what does it feel like the most for you guys, like in terms of what's changed from then to now?
Oh my God.
I don't know how to answer
I mean, when we started, we were in a van.
Yeah.
There was no such thing as social media, and we were like filling out SoundScan reports on Wednesdays to tell you how many CDs we sold at a show somewhere.
To boost the weekly overall sales of our physical records.
And then we pull out an atlas.
Yeah.
No cell phones.
To the next gig.
Phone booths were a thing.
Phone booths.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We'd stop at a Denny's after the show to eat, and then we would grab the hotel clip-on coupon books from the front of the Denny's and try to figure out where the cheapest hotels were. But yeah, none of us had phones.
You have no idea what we're talking
No,
about.
this is okay. I'm 36,
we lost her.
so I know some of it. I just used to print off, MapQuest.
Oh my God! Yeah, MapQuest was huge when it came out. That was like that might as well have been like artificial intelligence.
Oh,
for
totally.
Us. Like, that
Yeah, you had a map this big. You'd lay out on the dash of the van.
Yeah.
Outside the city before you got lost.
Yeah, everything's changed. Like certainly the way we travel, definitely the way music is released and also consumed or digested or whatever. Every time we put out a record, this will be our 10th one, the landscape had changed. You know what I mean? By the second record, it was like, you guys got to do MySpace. By the third record, it was like, okay, now it's, you got to be on Guitar Hero. And that was the thing. And then now it's like, oh, you got to have an end cap at Best Buy and package a T-shirt with your CD or whatever. And every single time we put a record out, it was a different world. And whatever was happening previously was obsolete technology. And here we are in 2025, and I guess there would now be like short-form content, which I'm sure is what this will be turned into, so people can like digest it into like a 15-second sort of attention span. But in the meantime, we just do what we do. We just make songs. We go on stages and fields in the middle of Ontario and play shows for people who love what we do, and that hasn't changed at all.
Well, I'll have the full interview will come out in addition to the clips. In addition to the clips, the full interview will come out. Actually, there is a big conversation right now from a lot of bands around whether or not cell phones should be allowed at shows. What's your guys' stance on that?
I mean, I'm kind of both minds, but as a fan, if you're in that crowd and somebody's just holding a cell phone in your direct line of vision and you're trying to see the stage or whatever, I mean, that's annoying. You know what I mean?
I have a teenage daughter, and she, goes to concerts and sits there and films. That's how she enjoys it.
Right.
Because that's all she knows. That's like the technology she grew up with. So I mean, I don't know.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's how. I mean, I'm not saying she films the whole thing, but you know, that's what she knows. So I think everyone consumes it how they know how to. But
Yeah, I think you would absolutely have a better experience without a phone. I don't think that you probably shouldn't be telling people what to do with their time at your show, especially if we're a band called Rise Against. Telling people what to do is not a great idea. Not a great idea.
We have rules.
Here are the rules you must follow. Like, do whatever the hell you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, film the show. I don't give a shit. But like, I will say, we went to. You want to say? Well, tell them.
No, you go. You're good.
Okay, we went to. It was Sasanta.
Yes.
It was Maynard from Tool and Perfect Circle's 60th birthday party show. Primus, Pussifer, Perfect Circle.
Yes.
Did I say that? Okay. And so they didn't make rules, like they weren't enforcing anything, but they just asked. They were like, "Hey, how about you guys put your phones down for most of the show, and then there will be one song, maybe a couple songs, that we will all agree this is the song you will film. So that way you have something to post and say I was there, a memory. But that way you can enjoy 95% of the show." That's the first time I've seen something like that happen. People were very respectful of it. Nobody tackled anybody if they did pull out their phone in the second song. And on that song, you saw all the phones come out. And then when the song was done, you saw the phones go back down. And it was kind of like old times. Like, this is what we used to do. You know?
Well, everyone gets what they want.
Right.
You know? Like, and no one, like Danzig, he'll say no cell phones, and that's like the game, right? You try to sneak in. Like, look what I got. I got Misfits or Danzig footage.
Well, it's also,
Right.
it also goes into the graveyard of your photos and everything that is in your phone. I've been looking back, like, I was at a concert myself filming, and I never watched it again, And I see it months later, like, oh yeah, I filmed that,
Actually, speaking of being called Rise Against.
Okay.
Okay, so I've been getting the bands before you to ask questions. So it's been going along all day in the chain. So I had Winona Fighter before you guys, and they said, did you have any alternative band names before deciding on Rise Against? P.S. Big fans.
Well, thank you for that question, Winona Fighter.
And the answer is yes.
No, don't tell them any of them. Don't tell them
You
any
have
of the
to tell me
previous
now.
names.
The Led Zeppelin
hold
too.
on.
Yeah,
We
Led Zeppelin too.
we were called Transistor Revolt for 3 months,
Yeah.
maybe, and then when we signed to Fat Records, Fat Mike didn't like the name. He's like, that name's lame. You got to change it. And then we went through more, 2 or 3 more months of not really finding a name,
Totally.
and we settled on Rise Against, and that's what we went with. So here we are.
Yeah, we had a very long journey to the name Rise Against.
We did.
We were very
Yep.
nameless for a while. We threw around a lot of different names. This is already out there, but Fat Mike was getting frustrated with our inability to name our band.
Oh,
and so he
man.
threw out suggestions. I don't remember all of them, but I will tell you 2 of them.
Okay.
One was Chicago Tar,
Okay.
sort of
Yeah.
ignoring the fact there was already a band called Tar. I think they might have been from Chicago.
They were for sure
From-
from Chicago.
actually
Right.
from
They were on
Chicago.
Touch and Go.
They were already the Chicago.
The other
Tour.
one was Jimmy Crack Corn and the I Don't Cares. This is a man who would go on to name a band, me
Oh.
first, and they give me gimmies, but we did not take that one. What?
I like
One of them
it.
was It's the Cops.
Oh yeah, just It's the Cops.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, I will say, if we were Jimmy Crack Corn and the I Don't Cares, you would have a stage name.
I would just be Jimmy, all right?
Oh, yeah.
You guys would be the I Don't Cares, the IDCs.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm in the I Don't Cares.
Yeah. So I'm glad. I mean, we were almost 0 to 60 at some
Yeah.
point. I want to say.
You know what? We weren't 0 to 60 because Mike had 0 down on the label. He didn't want
Yes.
another 0 band on the label.
I think about that
Oh.
close call.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
without 0 down, there's a world where we are 0 to 60.
100%.
Yeah.
I don't think Winona Fighter realized the
They already tuned out.
this
They're
question.
like, okay.
Yeah.
The,
They're like,
the
it was supposed to be a
plethora
short
of
Can we have their
answers we were
phone
gonna-
numbers?
Yeah.
I'd like to text
Yeah.
We'd
them.
like
You
to
guys can
continue
text
this
them.
conversation. Yeah.
But I'm just glad to hear that, there wasn't one of you that was like super passionate. It was like, if we're not called 0 to 60, I'm going to quit the band. And I'm glad we didn't reopen that,
No.
an open
And in a
wound
way,
there.
like Rise Against was a name on a list, and we chose it. And it really, I think that picking the name Rise Against was like grabbing really big shoes and asking yourself to fill them. Like if you're gonna call your band Rise Against, then you have to live up to that name. And so in a way, I feel like it set the bar kind of high for us. Like, so now go and be Rise Against. Be a band called Rise Against.
Right. And the question we've been asking everyone, because we're out here in our living room, in our inflatable furniture, is whose posters did you guys have on your walls? when you were younger?
Oh yeah.
What's funny is we went. A lot of us went to there was an exhibit in Sweden that was sort of a tribute.
Total Metal, 40 years of Swedish
And
metal in
it was
Stockholm.
unbelievable.
Definitely check it out if you happen to be in Stockholm.
And they sort of reenacted. They sort of reenacted a guy's bedroom, like a metalhead's bedroom, and it was my bedroom. So I had Iron Maiden Number of the Beast poster. I had Anthrax Among the Living. I had Metallica's Ride the Lightning poster. And then just ripped out of like Thrasher and stuff like that if there was an ad for like DRI or whatever. So it was like, I'm of that age, so this is like late 80s, early 90s. So if it was punk or metal or hardcore from that era, they just got and stuck on. So yeah, anybody else?
I had a Rambo poster from First Blood, and then I had David Lee Roth from Van Halen doing the splits off the drum riser.
Yes.
I had a Van
Garage
Halen poster
Days
as well.
Revisited.
Yes.
Metallica.
Yes.
And then I had a Heather Locklear poster.
Dude, we had one.
On the Ferrari.
We just had her
so
I
lame.
think it was like she just had a bikini on or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had that.
Well, that was the next question. Who's your first celebrity crush? So was it Heather Locklear then?
You know what? My first crush was Christy Brinkley from the movie Vacation.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a real good one. Wait, anybody else posters?
Yeah.
Posters rooms.
I had Dead Kennedys on my
That's awesome.
bed.
And actually, you have a 13-year-old daughter. Do kids still have posters on their walls anymore?
Oh yeah.
Like she's still putting them up? Okay, that's good. Do you have any?
Oh, I mean, the earliest childhood posters I remember are like Michael Jordan's wingspan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 6 feet long, and then a giant like Lamborghini or something like that. Right? Those were the ones that I had. And then once I got into music, it was kind of Zach said, ripping them out of like centerfolds of Thrasher or Metal Edge or Rip magazine.
Yeah.
Like Rolling Stone, and just
Rip
like
was great.
hanging up like those kind of things. I remember doing that.
I will say this. My dad bought us a Judas Priest poster, and we weren't listening to Judas Priest yet. I wasn't indoctrinated yet. We came in, and he was all happy because he got us a Judas Priest poster, and we were like, we don't listen to Judas Priest. And I think it bummed him out, so then we started listening to Judas Priest.
That's really nice.
Our dad. Yeah.
Who are great.
Yeah, and I'm so happy
Yeah.
that I did.
I mean, it's rad your dad liked Judas Priest.
I know.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
That
Here's
was
the
not
song
on my
kind of
dad's
Few
radar.
dads like Judas Priest
Yeah.
in the 80s, yeah.
It was Screaming for Vengeance.
Amazing. All right, well, thank you so much, you guys. This was awesome.